Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Oh man, I'm so excited to get started today. You guys are in for a treat. I will be sharing so much information with you guys. So, just make sure that you take any notes that you need to, and also utilize the chat if you have any questions, anything specific that you want me to address. I'm going to do my best to be of service to you guys today and really give you everything that you need to really build your business from soul, right? And so, a few of you here that I know, we've been in connection, or those of you that don't know me, I'm Diana, obviously, and my expertise is really helping people enhance their natural gifts and utilizing what they already have within them to create something that not only brings value to the world, but also creates a profit for you in a way that makes an impact, right? That feels in alignment with who you are and what your purpose is in this world, to really give your gifts in a way that just fills you up, that makes you feel like you're being of service to this world, right? Because we all have this deep desire to really give back, to create something meaningful, and to do something that makes us want to wake up in the morning, that makes us excited when we get into our day and whatever it is, right? So, for those of you that know a little bit about me, I used to work in corporate for a long time. I mean, like over 10 years, right? And I really was so miserable in what I was doing and who I was doing it with. I'm from New York City originally, but I live in San Diego now. And so, working in corporate and marketing and PR and sales, I mean, that's great for me now, running my own business. But at the time, it was really soul draining. And if any of you guys are in a job right now that is not in alignment with your soul, please let me know in the comments, right? Doing something that, it's kind of just getting by, maybe getting a paycheck and keeping you financially secure for the time being. But if you feel that there's a deeper purpose that is burning inside of you to do something that is in alignment with your soul's purpose, right? What you were called on this earth to do, because we all have a gift. We all have a gift, and our job on this earth as souls that are, reincarnated in these bodies is to find our gifts and to share them with people, because we have these gifts not so that we can keep them to ourselves, not so that we can continue to deny, that they exist, and so we can stifle them and be like, okay, that's not a viable source of income. Why do you feel that your gifts are not a viable source of income? Because if your gift is something that is valuable, if you were just to offer it up into the world, there is somebody or many, many people that would be happy to pay for your service, right? Erica said, I was in that job up until yesterday. Amazing, Erica. Congratulations on leaving that job. And, I think a lot of times we hold on to these 3D jobs because we fear for our safety, right? We fear for our financial security and our stability. But what we're saying when we do that is that I don't trust in my gifts. I don't trust in infinite intelligence. I don't trust in the divine power, that when I lean into my own greatness and I lean into my own inner strength and I lean into what I was given to share in this world, that I will be successful and I will be profitable. And that has a lot to do with our own work, with our trust and our own relationship with the divine, right? And I'll get into that a little later, because I can go off on that topic for a little while. But when you really tap into understanding that there is a divine life force energy that is here to support us in expressing our gifts and sharing our voice and really supporting us in believing in ourselves, right? And that's all it's waiting for. It's waiting for you to believe in yourself and what you have to offer, that it is valuable and that you can create something beautiful out of it. So let's get started. Okay. So for I want to start with this imposter syndrome. Now, when we think about imposter syndrome, what does it feel like in your body, right? It feels like resistance. It feels like tightness. It feels like I'm not good enough. It feels like I'm not qualified. It feels like I need more qualifications to do that. Do I need a certification to do that? Do I need more experience to do that? Or, other people are doing it and maybe they're doing it better than me. So what is the point of me even getting started, right? So imposter syndrome is so big, especially when you're first getting started in whatever it is that you want to create. But when we think about what is it really, well, if you have a craft, whether it is, it could be anything, right? It could be cooking. It could be, doing tarot card readings, meditation, being a healer, right? I know some of you guys on here are healers. When you think about imposter syndrome, what is it really? It's telling you that, well, it's you telling you, your ego telling you that you don't have what it takes, that you don't know enough, and that you're not qualified. So how do we then overcome that limiting belief or that fear? Well, we dedicate more of our time into doing research, into learning about ourselves, honing in on our craft, and really getting comfortable in that role. So that, because you think about it, if Michael Jordan just stepped up one day and was like, "Hey, I'm just going to play basketball one day, and I'm going to be the best in the world," it didn't happen like that, right? Practice, 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 practice. I coach a lot of entrepreneurs right now. I coach a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs right now. And I tell them all the time, if you need notes to talk about what your niche is, what your topic is, what your craft is, then you need to do more research. Then you need to dive deeper into your passion, and because you should be able to speak purely from your soul, because that's where all of the knowledge is. That's where all of your gifts and all of your abundance, your prosperity is. It's already inside of you. So all you need to do is tap into the infinite well of gifts that you have inside of you. And so if you have imposter syndrome, it's because you have not honed in on your gifts, your craft as much as you should. So I tell a lot of people this: if you need to get started, start doing it for free, right? Start finding friends, finding colleagues, or finding people that you want to learn from, and start to give your gift away because you feel passionate about it, because that's what you were put on this earth to do, because it's fulfilling for you, because it feels good to be of service to someone else, right? Once you start to really be in the act of doing whatever it is that you feel imposter syndrome around, it begins to get more comfortable, right? It begins to feel more natural, and you will slowly begin to convince your ego that, hey, no, I can do this. I am qualified, and I do know enough, and maybe I don't know as much as the next person, but I know enough to get started where I'm at, right? Because how are we going to get better? How are we going to advance our skills, advance our crafts, when we are not practicing what we would like to offer to the world, right? So when I first got started, I was doing a lot of stuff for free just because I was happy to do it, right? And so when you think about when you're doing something, like everything is like, oh, I need to do something in order to get money in return, right? Well, yes, that's an energy exchange as well. And that's important as well. Once you start, creating a business around your gift, your craft, right? From what's coming out of your soul. But in order to really build that business, you have to start getting good at it. So how do you get good at it? You practice. You practice, you practice, you practice, you practice. You give it away for free. And what happens? Word of mouth, right? Word of mouth. And, I tell a lot of my clients this too, that are, still kind of scared to come into their voice or come into their power. I'm like, how are people going to hire you if they don't know what you do? Right? If you have this amazing gift, maybe you are amazing at decorating flowers. Maybe you are an amazing interior designer, whatever it is. Maybe you're an amazing chef. Whatever it is your gift in this world is, as a healer, whatever it is, how are people going to pay you for your service if they don't know what you do, right? If you're hiding out and you're sitting on your gift and you're not sharing about it, talking about it, and spreading it out into your community, into your current network, no one will know what you do. No one can refer their friends to you if they don't know what you do. So it is really about making yourself seen. And I know that's something that's really scary for a lot of people, to be seen, right? To be seen vulnerably and like, this is my gift. Is it good enough? Is it good enough for you? Do you like it, right? Having this need for validation outside of ourselves can be really scary when we're first stepping out. But I want you to go deep into your heart, into your soul, and be like, okay, you know what? I cannot allow this gift to go to waste. I cannot sit here and deny my power, deny my greatness, deny my soul's purpose anymore. And so, you know what? My need to share my highest authentic expression in this world is greater than my fear of judgment, criticism, and imposter syndrome. You know, Prandy Perez says, yes, I love that. I've been hiding. You know what, babe? It's okay, because the hiding part, it helps for when we are ready to step out, right? Because what you've been doing is maybe allowing yourself to be comfortable with you finally stepping out into sharing what your gift. It's okay. It's okay, right? There's no judgment here. I want to support you guys in what it is that you want to do. So Prandy, let me know what it is that you think your gift is that you want to give out in the world. And Erica, you too. You just left a job yesterday. What's your next step? Where are we going from here? Right? Let me support you in what it is you guys are creating. I love that it's a small group today so that we can get real deep and I can really speak to each individual and what it is that you're looking for here. Because, you know, I was put on this earth, my gift is to help people help people. All of the entrepreneurs and all of my clients that I work with are all light workers. They're all soul aligned entrepreneurs, and their gift is to be of service. So my service is to help you be of service, and that's why I'm here. So please let me know how I can support you, for those of you that are on the call right now. So getting back into, right, we're sharing our work, whether you're giving it away to your family members, your colleagues, your people in your network, maybe you're sharing it on your social media, maybe you create a free Facebook group where you're able to give your services away for free, for little samples, right? I'm not talking about just doing work for free all the time, but like really allowing yourself to be seen in your gifts. Because guess what? Somebody's going to see, maybe nobody, and a lot of times, you know what I see too, is that we base a lot of our success on metrics, right? We base a lot of our success like, oh, well, I put this post out about my service and nobody liked it. That doesn't mean anything. Maybe 3 people liked it. Guess what? Maybe of those 3 people, you're going to make an impact in those 2 lives. If you were to make an impact in one person's life, do you care if the post got 500 likes or if it got 5 likes? Because the difference that you make, the impact that you make in one person's life is worth a million universes, like beyond this galaxy. To impact someone's life in the slightest is more, it's beyond. It's beyond social media. It's beyond metrics. It's beyond likes. It's beyond comments. It's about all of that, right? So a lot of times we get scared because our ego is so attached to people liking our content. Our ego is so attached whether something is successful, if a lot of people like it. I have 5 people on this call right now. And guess what? You 5, your souls, if I can make an impact in the journey that you're creating, your business, your soul's purpose, you're sharing your gifts in the world, that means more to me if 500 people showed up for this class. I promise you, that is where the gift is being okay with the 2 people that receive that gift and value it so much, because the metrics do not matter. Do not let your ego get attached to what it looks like on social media, right? Because guess what? I know a lot of entrepreneurs that have less than 2,000 followers on Instagram, and they make 6 figures a year doing their business with their 2,000 followers. It has nothing to do with followers, metrics, none of that thing. What we want to focus on is resonance, right? We want to focus on hitting someone in from my heart to your heart, from my soul to your soul, connection. That's what it's about. That's where resonance works. That's when divine spirit is working through us for us to be of service to somebody else's journey. That's what it's about, okay? Let me get to these comments really quick. Chloe says, I'm moving through a transitional place in my career where I'm realizing that I need to find a new place of alignment, where my focus is not on where I'm making money, which makes me feel uncertain, but also makes me realize there's so much more to this whole thing than financial exchange. That's beautiful. I want to talk about that. I definitely want to dive into that. And Brandy says, I'm here to be of service to all. I've done a lot by just being, but now it's time to start doing. Yes. And Chloe said, thank you so much for this, Nina. You're welcome, my love. So when we talk about money, right, I wanted to address this. Obviously, we need to make money, right? We live in a 3D world where money is an important aspect to our survival and our well-being. And I'm going to tell you this, money will come once you commit to showing up authentically in your highest. I promise you, right? Because guess what? When you commit, okay, so there's two differences, right? We can commit to outcome. I need to make $1,000 from this service. That's committing to outcome. What are we doing? We are committing ourselves to a financial number, and we are also limiting ourselves for what we're capable of creating because we're so committed to this very rigid outcome, a very narrow outcome, right? Now, on the other side, we can say, I'm committed to my most authentic expression of my highest self. What is that? That is everything. That is where all of your abundance lives. That's where your prosperity lives, right? Because when we say we are committed to our most authentic expression of ourselves, we are saying we are committed to the most high. We are committed to spirit. We are committed to source. We are committed to the divine coming through us and working through us for us to share who we authentically are, which is connected to God, right? Which is where all of our prosperity lives, which is where all of your money abundance lives, is in this place of your most authentic self. So let go of the money for a second and be committed to showing up in alignment with your highest, your truest, most authentic version of your expression, your soul, and the money then floods in because that is what's connected to all of your abundance, all of it. So I know sometimes, when we're in survival mode and when we're thinking about how are we going to pay our bills, I commit to showing up, commit to your craft, commit to your gifts. And guess what? By being in that most authentic expression of yourself, what are you doing? You're raising your vibration, right? You're vibrating so high. You're vibrating from a place of love, of joy, of fulfillment, and gratitude. What does that do when you're vibrating at such a higher frequency? You have created more and attracted so much more abundance into your life from this elevated place. Because gratitude is the frequency of abundance, right? So when we're in this lower frequency place, when we're like, oh, how am I going to make money? Oh my God, I don't know. Maybe I should charge a lot for my service. If they're not willing to pay for my service, maybe I'm not going to share it. That place comes from a lack of scarcity, from not being enough, not having enough, right? And that is going to repel our abundance and our prosperity from ourselves, and it's going to really stop us. It creates this rigidness, right? When we're trying to step into our soul's purpose, when we're trying to create a business, it creates a lot of rigidness and a lot of resistance to us really being committed to who we are and what we're meant to be sharing. So going back into the embodiment aspect, right? When we feel like we're an imposter, what is it that we're doing? Well, okay, great. So now we're going to do some research. We're going to dive deeper into our craft, right? We're going to be sharing it. We're going to be talking about it on our social media channels, right? Because everything is online right now. Maybe we create an awesome Facebook group where we provide value, right? Providing value. That's what I'm doing here today. I'm providing value for you guys. I'm not asking for any money. I'm not asking for anything. I'm here to be of service because this is my authentic self. This is my gift to you, is to help guide you on your journey to be your most authentic self, so you can return home to your love and your healing and your wholeness and your light. Because through that, creating a ripple effect into the world and a ripple effect into your world, that is where the impact is, right? And that is the embodiment aspect, right? So when we talk about embodiment, right, when we talk about who we are, what we're supposed to do, am I supposed to create a business? Am I supposed to be a healer? Am I supposed to be a coach? Am I supposed to be a chef? Right? Let go of all those expectations of what the labels are of who you think you're supposed to be, what the world will accept you to be, what the world will allow you to be, right? When we look outside of ourselves to help define who we are within, we are always going to be confused, right? When we look around and try to compare ourselves to others' journeys and other people's paths and try to follow somebody else's footsteps, right? They followed their intuition, and that's why they were successful. So how do you get in touch with your own path, your unique path, right, of your success? You have to go within. You have to go within. You have to sit with yourself. You know, a lot of the coaches and entrepreneurs that I coach, I don't sit here and say, hey, here's the path I took. Here's the cookie cutter template that I applied to myself. And this is why I make six figures a year. And that's why I'm successful. You should do exactly what I'm doing so that you can be successful. Absolutely not. That is not what I teach, and that is not what I embody, and that is not what I endorse. I endorse for you to get in touch with your own special, unique magic within yourself that was given specifically just for you, so that you can tap into that well of infinite abundance, right? That well of limitless potential, and begin to pour that out into the world in a way that is so unique, that is so only you, that is so only you can do it, right? Only you can do it in the way that you can do it, right? Yeah, there's 1,000 life coaches, there's 1,000 business, not a million business coaches in the world. But why am I successful? Because I'm doing it in my way. I'm doing it in alignment with my soul. I'm doing it in a style that's only my own. And it can never be duplicated, replicated, or by anybody else, because it's a fullest expression of my authentic self. Now, how can you get in touch with your most authentic medicine, your most authentic magic that is only within you? You got to go within. You got to go within, and you got to get comfortable with who you are. Erica said, I'm going to be starting my own dog training business. I left the company I had been with for 10 years. Erica, that is amazing. Wow. Everybody just clap for Erica, because that is incredible. That is a leap of faith. And I'm going to talk about a leap of faith in a second, because once you take that leap of faith, I promise you that the forces that be, the divine powers, infinite intelligence, is going to reward you for trusting in your path, right? Trusting in your soul, trusting in your divine gifts, trusting in what your soul is calling for, trusting in your intuition. You will be rewarded. I promise you, right? I think a lot of the fear that we have sometimes is that, okay, we're here, right? This is where we're starting. This is the leap of faith. And on the other side is where all of our opportunities, abundance, and our highest potential lives, right? So, but most of the times when we're on this side of it, we're really scared that we're not going to be better on the other side, right? We're really scared. We're like, okay, the other side is scary. I might lose all of my money. I might be homeless. I might not have any food to eat, like all this stuff, right? That's what keeps us stuck on this side, because we're like, okay, the other side is unknown. It's scary. It's probably dark. It's probably failure. It's probably me not being good enough. It's probably me just, falling flat on my face and everybody criticizing me and being embarrassed. So I'm just going to stay small on this side. I'm going to stay safe on this side in my comfort zone, where I know where everything is, and everything is just, settled and unchanging, right? But what if I told you, and I can tell you again, because I've seen it a million times, not only with myself, with my clients, but with everyone that has ever taken that leap of faith. I promise you, on the other side, it is better. It is better. If you knew on the other side of that leap of faith, it is better, would you take it? 100% you would. 100% everybody would. But we're so scared that if we take the leap of faith, it's not going to be better, and it keeps us in the same spot. Now, for me, I was in that same spot for 11 years in my lack and scarcity, not being good enough, not having enough, not being qualified, being an imposter, all of those things, until finally I was like, enough is enough. I took a leap of faith. I hired two business coaches. I invested over $10,000, and I took that leap of faith. I invested when I didn't have the money to invest, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to bet on myself because I can't stay in this place anymore. My soul was being crushed because I was not letting it out to play. My soul, my inner being was literally just, I felt like I was shrinking because I was not allowing it to fully be expressed in my most authentic self. And I was like, I couldn't live like that anymore. I felt like I was dying inside. And once I finally made that decision to commit, to put that money down, to start working on becoming who I always knew I was supposed to be, but I was so scared to accept it, right? Sometimes a lot of it is like, we know we are meant to be great in this world, right? We know that we are meant to do something impactful and meaningful and life-changing in this world. But sometimes it can feel so scary because it seems so massive and it seems so greater than us. And it feels like this huge weight that's intimidating to carry. And so we'll hide from it, right? We'll shy away from it. We'll shut it down. We'll avoid it because we don't believe that we have the strength to carry this out. And I'm here to tell you that you do. I'm here to tell you that you do. Because these desires would not be given to you. These gifts would not be given to you if it wasn't in alignment, or if it wasn't meant or destined or fated for you to carry it out, because you have what it takes. I promise you. You know, I remember I was in an ayahuasca ceremony, and I was shown through a curtain my greatness, how great I was supposed to be in this world, how massive my purpose was, how big my soul, my mission was, right? And I remember crying, like hysterically crying out of pure fear of like, I can't do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can carry this. I'm not sure if it's for me. You know, even though spirit was showing it me, even though divine spirit, Mother Ayahuasca was showing it to me, this is yours. This is yours to take. Take it, walk with it, carry this out. I couldn't. I was so deathly afraid, like shocked and like paralyzed, that I closed the curtain and I continued to cry out of just feeling like I didn't have what it took to carry this out. And, you know, if any of you guys feel that way, please let me know in the comments, because, you know, sometimes it really does take somebody else to help you see your own power, to find that strength, right? To help you, guide you on that journey, to really believe that you are capable of what it is that your soul is asking for. So, yeah. All right. So for those of you who are like, what is my purpose? What is my passion? What should I be doing? I don't know what I want to do, but I want to create something beautiful in this world that is going to create an impact. Okay, cool. So how do we tune into our inner being, right? So I'm sitting here talking about listen to your soul, and you're like, how do I listen to my soul? Well, let's get in touch with your intuition, right? So how do we get in touch in our intuition? Our intuition is something that is always guiding us, right? When you get that urge, when you get that nudge, and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go there. Oh, maybe that person has bad vibes, whatever. Your intuition is always trying to guide you to your highest, right? So how do we get in touch with that? Well, we have to tune in, right? Meditation is a beautiful way to get in touch with your intuition. When we tune out all of the external noise, the inner voice begins to get louder, right? So staying off social media is actually really helpful for your intuition, right? Being out in nature, right? Really allowing yourself to commune with nature and allowing your inner being to connect and speak and to grow stronger in its voice and its guidance of you, right? Nourishment practices are a really beautiful thing that I promote within my clients. And and my entrepreneurs nourishment practices. So I talk about meditation in the morning, right? Prayer, affirmations, and breath. All right, we're back. I'm sorry. They had a time limit. I didn't even realize. Like I said, I can go off on this for a very long time, but thanks for coming back. All right, so getting back into the nourishment practices, right? So breath work, hydration, nutrition, movement, right? Getting into the body. When we really get to listen to our body, right, we get to really understand what the soul is asking for, because that's how it communicates with us, with our emotions, our sensations. And so a lot of times really finding ways to feel into the body, to be present, yoga, all those ways that you can tune out all the external noise, to tune into your intuition and really follow that inner guidance of what is being asked of you, right? And sometimes here's the thing, we think that we need to find out the one thing that we do well and do that forever, right? It's very definitive. And I want to explain to you that life works in stepping stones, right? Sometimes it's not the first door that opens, but it's the second door, right? So what we're saying is, follow your excitement. If you love tarot cards, follow that excitement, right? Does it mean that you need to be doing tarot cards for the next 20 years? No, it means that you might transition from tarot cards to readings, right? To healing sessions, to coaching, to whatever that could be, right? So it could be, it doesn't need, it's not a, like, you know, our path to our purpose is not linear, right? It's not like, here we are and there we go and that's it, right? It's more like a little zigzag, and we have to trust that life is not going to overwhelm us. And it's like, hey, like, you're going to be this amazing, worldwide, well-known healer, like your first year, right? But it's going to give it to you in chunks, and it's going to give it to you in little bite-sized niblets that are going to make you feel okay and not get you overwhelmed, because the universe knows that as humans, we get overwhelmed. So understand that. I want you to follow your excitement. What are you excited about right now? In this moment, what are you excited about? Follow that. Follow that. Guess what? And that's going to open the door to the next thing you become excited about. And that might open the door to the next thing you're going to be excited about. And so on and so forth, until you're just like, oh my God, how did I end up here? How did I end up here as a millionaire? I didn't even realize, because I was just following my excitement, right? A lot of people ask me how I became a coach. I didn't intend to be a coach. I didn't intend to be making six figures from my couch like this. This was an accident. It really was. You know, I loved helping people, right? So I loved helping people, and I loved yoga. So I became a yoga teacher, and I did that for a while. And then I really loved energy healing. So then I became a Reiki practitioner, and I did that for a while. I loved sacred plant medicine. I loved helping people heal. So I organized ayahuasca ceremonies, and I did that for many years. And I worked with sacred plant medicine, went to the jungle, did all these things. I just followed what felt good, right? These things felt good. They filled my soul. They made my heart burst and explode. And that's what I did, right? And then I loved to talk to people and give people advice and support them on their journey of their spiritual expansion and on their spiritual journey. I became a spiritual mentor. So a lot of my early career was all about spiritual mentoring, right? Meditation and helping people get in alignment with their soul, their spirit, and healing trauma and healing wounds from their past, and really bringing them back to their most authentic self. And then guess what? Then I saw that once I helped people return back to their most authentic expression of themselves, once I helped them shed the layers of who they weren't to get in touch with who they were, I saw that they became really financially abundant, that their businesses started to thrive, that they started to find their gifts, that they started to build businesses, that they started to become of service in their community and share things in a way that made them a lot of money. And I was like, okay, so this is the path to financial freedom. This is the path to your most abundant and prosperous life, is going within to get in touch with what excites you, what makes you happy, shedding the layers of all the pieces that are not of you, right? I call this process called yes, Find Yourself, Find Your Wealth. Yes. Erica said, what's your sign? I'm an Aquarius, I'm a Cancer moon, and a Leo rising. um, once we really get what I call this process, unlearning who you aren't, right? Unlearning the conditioning that we receive from our parents, from society, from school, unlearning all of those aspects, and remembering the truth of who you really are, remembering the truth of why you were put on this earth, remembering into the gifts that were given to you that only you can express in the way that you were meant to, right? Oh man, I love you. I love you ladies so much. Erica, Prandy, Chloe, you guys are incredible. I know, Prandy, you said that you were looking for guidance. I'm going to share something with you guys. I love that it's an intimate group right now, because this is super, super potent medicine that was needed for you and your journey, right? So I have created, yes, connecting with your inner child. That's beautiful, Prandy. Yes, connecting with your inner child, because your inner child knew what it loved to do before you even knew you wanted to do it, right? Because it was natural. It was natural. It was already tuned in. It already was connected to the divine. It already knew. And then once we started to get conditioned in our, schooling or whatever, as we grew up, we forgot. So this is a inside out process, right? It's not an outside in process. A lot of times we look outside of ourselves to try and define ourselves, right? We look outside of ourselves to get this label and to get this categorization and to get this degree and this certification to define who we are, because we had forgotten who we are, because we've been given an assignment. So it's up to you to get in touch with what that assignment is and to express it in the way that feels in your highest alignment and your most authentic expression. So I'm going to share something with you guys that's really special, and then we'll close it up for the day. I have created this special program for women just like you who are looking to really expand into what is being called and asked of you in this world, right? And it's not just what we get to create, which is, like I said, the financial abundance is going to come, the business is going to come, but it's more about who you get to become through this process, right? Who I get to help pour into you and help to clear out all that is not in alignment with you and allow your most authentic expression to come through, to be shared with the world, to be of service in the world in the special way that is going to be most fulfilling, not only internally fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling, spiritually fulfilling, but financially fulfilling, right? So I created this special program, and I'm only going to be giving it to you guys right now. You guys have an early enrollment price if you are interested in. So that was a gift that I was speaking of. You're getting $400 off of the program. It's a 3-month journey with me for us to really hone in on what it is you're meant to do in the world, help you strategize on how you can create a business out of it, and then obviously help you monetize it and share it in the world and help you expand into your most authentic expression. So I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys. I'm not actually announcing it on my Instagram until tomorrow. So you guys on this call have just like early access to it. And I'm going to be sending it to your email. And if you guys are interested, we can hop on a call and discuss what it is that you're looking to do and if it's in alignment, right? Because I want to make sure it's in alignment and of service to you in the way that is going to be most supportive to you on your journey. So let me know how you guys feel about that. And if that's something that you're interested in, I'd be happy to share it with you. And again, like I'm only accepting 10 people and I already have 2 people in it. So that means I only have room for 8. And once I announce it on my Instagram tomorrow, we'll be launching for about 2 weeks. And I am very confident that this program is going to sell out. I don't know when I'll ever do it again. The reason that I actually created this program is because when I started to really do this work, I understood the energy exchange seemed to be a lot financially a lot too much for some people to work with me one-on-one. So I wanted to offer this work for those people that are seeking it, that is more accessible financially for you guys to do this work and to step into your power and to really become who you are meant to be. Because by you becoming your most authentic self and being in your highest expression, you are changing the world. You are changing the world. You are setting an example for those in your community and those around you, and you shine that light out in a way that only you can do it, and it creates a ripple effect that just uplifts the collective consciousness. So Brandy said, I can feel it. Yes, you can, girl. You are powerful. Erica said, yes, the big reason I left is because I wasn't in alignment with who I am becoming. And that's exactly what we're being called to do right now. You know, we're entering into the age of Aquarius right now, and all the old paradigms of the old, Pasaian reality of all these constructs of Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and working to live and being a slave to our limitations and being, a slave to the people that are trying to oppress us and not allow us to share our gifts. That's not happening anymore. Who's going to be most successful in this new age of Aquarius are the people that are in alignment with their soul's purpose. And that's what we're here to do. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Are you guys excited? And are you guys looking forward to having a call with me? I would love to be in support of whatever it is. And even if we don't end up working together, or if that's not in alignment, let's just connect so that I can help magnetize whatever it is that you're looking to create faster in your life, because that's my role. I'm an activator. I help activate you in your most highest expression. So I'm excited. You guys are amazing. You guys are so amazing. Do you guys have any questions? Put them in the comments now. I would love to address them just, for some one-on-one coaching while we're here, while it's an intimate group. Man, it's a lot of energy. I love it. I'm like vibing so high right now off of this. All right. If we don't have any questions, I'm going to close it up. I am going to be sending you guys a follow-up email with the opportunity to book a call with me if you feel that this program is in alignment with you. Like I said, only you guys would have this special discount of having $400 off the actual price. And that is only going to be valid because you guys attended this attended this masterclass and committed to yourselves and really and really committing to what your inner being is asking of you, what your soul is asking for you. Chloe, oh my God, yes, I definitely want to get on another call with you, Chloe, Erica, Brandy, Shannon. My heart is so deeply humbled and in gratitude to be of service to you on your journey. And I am looking forward to connecting with you all one-on-one and hopefully being able to activate whatever it is that you're looking to create. Okay. Sending you so much love today, in humble service to you now and always. And feel free to reach out to me as well on Instagram. I think you guys probably know me on Instagram if you are on here, but if you don't, connect with me on there, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.